the Madman!
Welcome to more Festival of Legends cards. It's time to jump, insect! We start off with the exciting Shaman Legendary spell, which for 5 mana, transforms a minion into Ragnaros the Fire Lord. It's got Overload too, so that is a discount on Ragnaros, but more importantly than the discount, this is a way to get out Ragnaros very consistently. The idea of this deck would presumably you have a mid-range or a tempo deck, you summon a bunch of guys, you have a guy available on turn 5 to make into Ragnaros. This fits into the Overload theme, and Drawing Insect is yet another spell that you can get out, perhaps on the cheap, perhaps even 0 with Jazz Base, which will allow you to summon some guys and then Jive Insect, one of the cheap ones. Ragnaros was always a powered play, and to be able to play Ragnaros on turn 5 could be pretty exciting. We got to see the Paladin package here, and the Paladin package is actually very cool. It reminds me of Q-Block. Starting with Lead Dancer, a 6 mana 4/2 Death Rattle, summon a minion from your deck with less attack than this minion. This is like the Possessed Lackey that Warlock had. Now you may think, okay, so it's only going to summon 3 attack things or less. How bad could that be? Well, you have Lead Dancer summoning Annoyo Troop, 9 mana 3/6 mech, Taunt, Divine Shield, Death Rattle, summon 3/1/2 mechs with Taunt and Divine Shield. Annoyo Troop is basically a better Void Lord and is the perfect target to summon with Lead Dancer. Annoyo Troop is also good to summon with the legendary from Paladin. It's Kangor Dancing King, 5 mana 3/3 with Lifesteal, Death Rattle, swap this with a minion from your hand and give it Lifesteal. This entire package gives a little bit more credence to the idea of a control Holy Paladin, perhaps featuring Starlight Groove. You can get really defensive with all that Annoyo Troop and that Starlight Groove Divine Shield. And then you just need to add a win condition. And I think there's a pretty reasonable win condition in the form of the Jailer into Tony, King of Piracy. Stall, stall, stall until you get your 2-card combo of just playing the Jailer and then playing Tony, King of Piracy. And then that was easy. We see a few cards from Druid as well. You got Drum Circle, 7 mana, choose one, summon 5/2/2 Treants, or give your minions +2/+4 and Taunt. That's a nice card because both modes are really impactful. If you have a bunch of guys, you can do the big buff. If you don't have a bunch of guys, you can summon 5/2/2 Treants, which is definitely worse than Scale of Onyxia, but hey, if you don't have minions, get some minions. Summer Flower Child, a 5 mana 4/5 with Battlecry, draw 2 cards that cost 6 or more. Finale, they cost 1 less, can get Drum Circle, but is also just a really exciting big card for Druid, and I think this pushes Druid in the potential direction of Big Druid, which we haven't seen in some time. But that is really, really efficient compared to, back in the day, I played Ancient of Lore, the 7 mana 5/5 that drew 2 cards. This fetches you your late game and makes them cost 1 less potentially, and is 2 mana less than Ancient of Lore. Furthermore, Timber Tambourine, the Druid weapon, the musical weapon, 4 mana 2/3, Death Rattle, summon 1 5/5 Ancient, play cards that cost 5 or more while equipped to improve. This card is insane value. If you just summon 1 5/5 Ancient with it, pretty unremarkable, but not bad. You summon 2 5/5 Ancients, that's pretty good. But I imagine you would be playing this in Big Druid, where you really have the potential to just break this weapon and summon 5 5/5 Ancients. Priest gets some cute toys. You got Idol's Adoration. 1 mana musical weapon, 0 attack, 2 durability. Your hero power costs 0. After you use it, lose 1 durability. So they're really pushing this overheal idea for Priest, where Idol's Adoration would normally be pretty bad, but clearly it's there for you to be able to play cards and then immediately overheal them. But Idol's Adoration definitely looks far less good than Fan Club. Another card to see is Dreamboat, 2 mana 1/2, Naga, Battlecry, restore 3 health to all other friendly minions, gain +1/+1 for each one overhealed. So it's a clearer look on what this overheal Priest deck is going to look like. Bunch of minions, probably all of the cards that say overheal on them, and it's going to have a bunch of this healing support. Heartthrob, The 3 mana 2/5 undead with overheal, summon a random minion with cost equal to the amount overhealed. Heartthrob is a really big deal. You play this, you activate your fan club, you summon a 3-cost minion, you activate your flash heal, you summon a 5-cost minion, and then perhaps you play your Dreamboat, where you overheal all of those minions you just summoned, so Dreamboat is bigger, and then you summon another minion with Heartthrob. So I'm seeing it. What Priest needs here are good early game minions, 1, low cost healing, 2, and throw them together into some sort of aggressive-ish deck, but also very durable overheal deck, and perhaps Priest has a new deck, and Heartthrob looks to be the centerpiece of that deck, because that is a big payoff for overhealing.